When it comes to weddings, everyone wants the perfect day. But unless you have unlimited funds, it's I do. But at what cost?
Okay, look, this is exactly, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You always have something to say, don't
Well,
you?
you know what? I'm looking
Always
up for you.
have
Yes, I
something
have
to say.
productive criticism.
You're not encouraging her to start going and shopping more than she already has.
What the bride wants, the bride gets.
Exactly.
Perfect. This is not going on the cake. This is, can you feel how heavy this is? Do you think that's not gonna come crushing down through that cake? I am not putting this on the cake.
This budget's gonna just keep on going like this. Like, oh my goodness, this is craziness.
Weddings are a union sealed in ink. Weddings can go by in a wink. Weddings are a budget that's pushed to the brink. Meet newlyweds Nicole and Raymond. The road to their big day was almost as hard to negotiate as their financial planning. So let's put the wheels of time in reverse and see what actually happened.
My name is Nicole. I'm 27 years old and I work as an analyst. I met Raymond, who works in healthcare, 3 years ago at church. I'm always in awe of how he constantly put my needs above his. This is the story of our tug-of-war down the aisle. I never had an envision of my wedding day. I guess I'm not one of those typical girls that had always dreamt about the dream wedding and pretty much the day of allow things to happen.
Well, let's allow things to happen as we take a look back and see what it actually took to pull off Nicole's perfect day.
Well, we needed a wedding planner for sure, just because there was a lot of things that we weren't too sure about, like within booking or within the venue and the cake, and also to help add a little fanciness to the wedding itself too.
Meet Claudio Perry. With his 5 years' experience as a wedding planner, could he give Nicole and Raymond the fancy wedding they desired while keeping a strong hold on their budget?
My role as a wedding planner is basically to fuse together the bride's vision of the day and the groom's vision of the day. Oftentimes, people get confused to what they want to see happen, so it's my job and duty to basically deliver a clean-cut wedding. Well, Nicole and Raymond, tell me what you envision for your special wedding day.
Elegant, but simple.
And classy.
Elegant, simple, and classy. Excellent keywords. So do you have an idea or considered a place, a venue for your function?
Yeah, we've considered a venue. We're looking for something like a venue for, say, with high ceilings, chandeliers, very nice
Pillars.
Okay.
Something, traditional but elegant.
How many people are you looking to have at your wedding?
Nothing more than 300.
Nothing more than 300.
That would be at the max.
Okay.
I was thinking more along the lines of 240 people.
Okay, so we have a difference of about 60 people. What kind of meal are you looking at for your banquet? Are we doing wine with dinner?
Oh,
Have you thought about this?
We didn't think too much about it, actually. We were looking more like presentation would be really important, how many courses.
Okay.
Maybe like 5 courses.
Okay, so you're looking for a larger meal.
But for the wine, we're only having two bottles per table.
These are spritzers,
right now.
mind you. Like what we're having on the table are actually non-alcoholic wines. It's grape juice, basically.
So you're telling me there's going to be absolutely no wine at the table, alcoholic wine?
But they look like wine, mind you. So maybe they might not know.
Well, I don't know. When I take a sip of my wine, I can taste the alcohol or not. So maybe perhaps I'm the wrong person to ask. What about people who do want to taste a little bit of alcohol? Will you be having some sort of bar for them?
No bar at all.
We're definitely going to have to reconsider this. I'm going to be honest with you here, simply because for me, a wedding without any alcohol, and I don't mean it has to be a wedding with tons of alcohol, but a wedding with some sort of alcohol, in my perspective, will always work.
Nicole's probably a lot more strong-headed on no alcohol, so whatever she wants, basically, she's gonna get. So if she wants no alcohol, then no alcohol at all.
And not to worry.
Yeah, no
What the
kidding.
bride wants, the bride gets.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I think our budget is negotiable, depending on who wants what more and who's more flexible of getting what we want, who's more willing to budge.
Let's talk about you. What are you looking at to look like? Your dress, accessories?
Well, I definitely want to be, simple but elegant.
Okay.
I definitely do not want a big gown, so I want something just nice and flowing, something that all eyes will be on me.
you can have a beautiful, simple gown, and what's really going to punch it up are the accessories. You started looking for shoes. Have you thought about a shoe?
You're not encouraging her to start going and shopping more than she already has.
All I'm just
And you're
saying
not going
is
to
a
buy
good
one pair of
shoes.
shoes, though.
Well, women in shoes are very important. They're just like men in their sports cars, right?
Exactly.
If I'm not careful, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like a tornado is gonna just sweep me up and just clear out the bank. And basically, that's what's been happening. It's just like, all right, well, spend here, spend there, work, spend, and then you're in trouble. You're out of control, and it's just like you're in a storm, and then you can't get out of it. Finances are in the air. Everybody's pressuring you. You got to do this. You got to do that. You're trying to impress the bridesmaids, trying to keep the families at peace, and it's out of control. It's been out of control from the jump, pretty much.
Okay, so have you thought about any photographers for the day? How you're going to capture this on film?
I mean, we want to make sure that we stand out. We feel like the paparazzi's after us. We're like running through like, glamour shots. We're coming out. I get to show my suit. Nicole gets to show off her lovely dress. And it's like we feel like we're lifted up on a cloud that day, like celebrities, like crazy,
So you
lights,
want
camera, action, everything, the whole works,
lights,
9
camera.
yards.
So I take it you're very
Total.
photogenic. How about doing something prior to the wedding? Maybe we can have some
Like a glamour shot or something?
Maybe like a glamour shot. We can do some photos of you guys. We can have them already set up at the venue for the evening, so when people are coming through, they can see some shots of you guys like that.
It's not that bad. It's a great idea, though.
I don't know. I do not know about this.
that
I do know some wonderful fashion photographers that can do some excellent, tasteful pictures of the two of you.
So you need to help me out with the eyebrows here a little bit, too? Like
We will get you looking fine, my friend.
All right,
We will get
that's-
you looking great. That
that
is
sounds
nothing to
good.
worry about. So basically, I've got some information from the two of you. The only thing that I need to do now is see what kind of budget we're working with.
Remember, it's I do, but at what cost?
Well, I'll definitely be able to spend every last cent of this, that's for sure.
Coming up.
I'm
you break
definitely
this?
listening to your ideas, but what I want is 4 tiers.
Brenda's a good organizer. She usually takes the bull by the horns and does that part of it. I just do what I'm told.
When it comes to planning a wedding, it's important to know exactly what you want.
Nicole's probably a lot more strong-headed on no alcohol, so whatever she wants, basically, she's gonna get.
The bride wants, the bride gets.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And at the end of the show, we'll reveal if Nicole and Raymond's budget was strong enough to carry the weight of their vision.
Claudio and his assistant Sandy went to visit the hall just to see if the hall actually fit within our vision of our wedding.
Oh, this is nice. And who's doing the decor?
It's a woman from her congregation she's hired. I like the ceilings.
Is this going to be open, or are all 250 people fitting in this small space?
I think it's going to be
'Cause this is crowded.
Well, it's not that crowded once everything is set and decorated, because I don't think we're going with 10 at each table. I think we're going at 8 at each table.
Okay, so
I
that's
have
better.
to double check what I have on my notes. But I think we should be okay for space.
I would like to see some more columns and more greenery around here.
Me too. Actually,
Yeah, some
for once I
flowers.
agree. You know what?
You're kidding.
Well, every once in a while you do throw out a good idea.
Oh, okay. Behind every strong man, there's even a stronger, better, more attractive woman. What are you staring at?
You don't see what I see? There's a popped balloon up there that's on my nerves.
How did you notice that?
I have perfect eye vision.
Unbelievable.
You see that? It looks like a used condom hanging over the cornice molding there. That's on my nerves, because if I
Well,
were
get
sitting
on the
down
ladder
and
and
having...
we'll take it down.
I'm not
Be-
doing that. You're my assistant. You can climb up the ladder and take that down, or we can call someone to get that taken down.
You can
But that
kiss
cannot
my
be here.
rear if you think I'm gonna go take that down.
Well, you know what?
Not only are we colleagues, but we are very good friends. He knows what he's doing. He just has to not make it all about Claudio. That's where I come in and I'll help him, keep him grounded, and then we can focus more on the bride and groom. Okay, I've seen enough.
Me too.
I have things to do.
Done.
Claudio thought it would be a great idea for us to at least entertain the thought of having wine at our wedding, because I personally didn't think it was necessary, since a lot of our guests
They don't really drink.
we don't really drink.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit for each one of you
Perfect.
and sample it, see what you think. And we'll try a couple. So don't make your minds up immediately, just get an idea, okay?
Now we can swallow these, right? We don't have to spit them out.
Oh, why waste it?
Perfect. Okay, excellent.
Have a little sip, see what you think.
It's not bad, actually. It's quite sweet.
Oh yes, very sweet.
It actually doesn't taste too bad, but I don't know if my guest is really going to drink all this alcohol, though, Raymond.
So there are ways that we can still work through it if it's budget that you're concerned with.
I'm pretty convinced that we should try some more wine first and see what they taste like and then make the judgment afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know, Raymond.
Another idea that you can do is doing a cash bar. So people who do choose to drink can go and purchase themselves a drink at the event.
No, that is definitely not an option.
You gotta at least think about it, you know what I mean?
A cash bar at a wedding?
Careful, guys. I think Nicole wants you to put a cork in it.
If I'm single and I'm at a wedding, believe me, I want a drink.
It's gonna look cheap if we don't have at least wine.
I guess, but you know what? Spending all this money on potentially our guests not drinking the wine, I don't know if this is really realistic of us for us to do.
I mean, we gotta try to work something out here. I mean, even a little bit's not that bad. I mean, is there any other options besides maybe
You
an
can
open
do
bar?
a consumption bar, which basically, let's say through the appetizers or for the first 2 courses of the meal, the bar will be open, serving a limited amount.
It's a pretty good option. I mean, I'm not. What about like a time duration? We could maybe start at maybe say 7 and stop at like 10 or something, maybe.
Everything is possible when you're serving alcohol, and I'm glad to hear that you're
Trying.
getting
Honestly,
there because
Raymond,
people are gonna need it.
I think you're being easily swayed by Claudio.
But this stuff tastes really good.
No,
I mean, I
alcohol,
really
only
need
way I'm gonna
to.
consider this is if your parents pay for this. And that's the only way I'll consider it. If it's coming out of our budget, we're not doing it.
Claudio, you've done it, my friend. You've done it. You've
Oh,
convinced
wonderful.
Nicole.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
I personally didn't want to have alcohol during the wedding because I thought it'd be too expensive and I didn't want to incur any costs associated to that. But since Raymond's parents were willing to pay for that, that's how we came about having bar by consumption. As far as I'm concerned, Claudia didn't have very much choice in the matter in terms of my cake.
Let me ask you what you had in mind first.
Well, definitely my vision of my cake is 4-tier cake. I definitely want the colors of my bridesmaids and the fall theme to be tied in with the wedding cake. I was thinking of having flowers in between each tier,
Okay.
but simple. Nothing extravagant or over the top.
Okay. Nicole and I have some different views that we want to see on the cake and for the cake. So I was hoping to build something a little larger in scale, a lot more foliage. I was thinking of perhaps maybe fresh flowers, doing something just a little grander in scale, just because it is going to be that main focus.
Well, I definitely want the focus to be on the cake, but I just want it simple.
What flowers were you thinking of?
I just pretty much want to keep it within the fall theme.
Yeah, well, I like the berries because they're very full, and I like these colors as well.
I don't really like the berries, though.
But there's such a burst of color, and they'll go so well with the dresses.
I like where you're going with the colors, but I don't like the berry
Okay.
idea.
You don't like the berries, but expand, because I've got some great ideas, and we
No,
can
I'm
drink
definitely
this.
listening to your ideas, but what I want is 4 tiers. In between the tiers is flowers. Keep in mind, I still have to have little cakes for my boxes.
So we're worried
if
about budget.
Exactly. I really have to stick to the budget.
Okay.
And I think my cake will be nice, simple, and elegant.
It was a tough sell, Claudio. It looked like Nicole didn't want to give in.
Okay, Sarah, so realistically, what are we looking at in and around a budget?
Usually for a 4-tiered cake with icing, I would charge about $5.75.
Okay, so Nicole and Raymond decided on having little black cakes in the box. So we're looking roughly for about 200 slices, individually packaged in boxes and wrapped. What kind of price are we looking at?
I would think about $200.
Okay, so we're in and around 900, give or take about $100 or so. So is 4 tiers in our budget? Is Raymond gonna mind, or are we just gonna go right ahead and...
It's going to have to be in the budget.
Okay,
I have
so
my mind
Nicole
set.
wants
so
a
it's-
4-tiered
Yes, I want
cake.
my 4-tier cake.
Then Nicole will get a 4-tiered cake.
Okay.
Coming up.
I mean, what's a couple hundred here now? If you calculate what Nicole spent on shoes and makeup, you know, might as well treat myself here.
She was a typical young, beautiful, innocent-looking bride, and I think any man would have been happy to sweep her off her feet, and I'm the lucky one that got her.
When you're putting together your wedding day, you want everything to be perfect.
Keep in mind, I still have to have little cakes for my boxes.
So we're worried
if
about
I-
budget.
Exactly. I really have to stick to the budget.
Okay.
And at the end of the show, we'll let you in on just how much it cost Nicole and Raymond to pull off their big day.
Well, I left Raymond the responsibilities finding the transportation, so Raymond was really stuck on the Bentley, so I didn't want to disappoint Raymond.
You know something?
Hi, I'm Joy. You Raymond?
I'm Raymond.
Nice to meet you. So, do you have anything in mind?
Not really, actually. Maybe you could show us through some of the cars and give us an idea. So how much are we looking at for something
This
like
one
this?
here is our cheapest car. This one is $550 for
Okay, so
5 hours.
we don't want that one. That's too cheap. We definitely don't want that. We want to
Okay,
stand
how
up.
about this one? This is a more expensive car for $750.
Okay, and is this one available?
It is, yeah. And these 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 are $650 each for 5 hours.
Yeah, I think she might go crazy if I get something like that. These two are comparably the same?
Yes. If you're looking towards more for the vintage type, you're actually better to go with any one of these 3.
Any of these 3 here, huh? So what do you guys think about this one? This one looks really good. I'm kind of feeling this two-tone. I'm really feeling a two-tone, you know? So then maybe you can get one of your drivers if there's a driver available, and we can go for a test drive.
Sure, certainly.
I can drive, it's all right. When people see Ray and Nicole roll up in this, their jaws are gonna drop, they're gonna break necks. This is exactly what Raymond wants to do.
All right, here we go. This is really gonna get the wow factor. And you see this rolling up on the block.
You work hard for it.
And you see this rolling up on the block here.
You work hard for
You know,
it.
you gotta work too hard. And there's a millionaire rolling on the block right now. You know what I mean? Someone's seeing this thing.
Millionaire on a budget.
Yeah, that's right. The budget's already taking more than enough dents already, you know? I mean, what's a couple hundred here now? If you calculate what Nicole spent on shoes and makeup, you know, it's might as well treat myself here and just get to enjoy this.
Did you see the light comes on over here?
Yeah,
like,
the light
just,
comes
just
on.
in case there's a mirror, you can check yourself out.
Yeah, that's about. This is what it is.
This is nuts.
Ah, boys and their toys always come at a price.
How was it?
Very smooth, very smooth. I think we have ourselves the winner, for sure. This is the choice right here, the two-tone.
So I must admit the vintage car did give it that extra oomph to it. So he did make a good choice.
Take that praise when you can get it, if you know what I mean.
The teeth whitening idea was definitely Raymond's. Institute of Cosmetic Surgery. Raymond felt it was important for us to have a perfect white smile, so we ended up doing it.
We're going to get started with our bleaching before the wedding, so welcome. Do you know anything about bleaching? Do you know what I'm going to do? We have a bright light that we will shine on your teeth. It's 3 15-minute sessions with the light, and the whole thing will take about an hour and a half.
And the pain factor, is there any like pain?
While I'm doing it, you shouldn't. Some patients get what they call the zing zoom. The zing zoom is like a little tingle that you'll get in your tooth just for a second while we're doing it. Very rare, but it just comes and goes.
Well, I think it'd be great, actually. I'm looking forward to having a nice and new smile again.
Yeah. Should work out terrific. Like I said, you close your eyes and dream about your wedding.
And try not to think about how this might affect your budget.
Okay, I'm gonna put these on, but you'll have to adjust them just so you're comfortable.
Yeah, how's it going, Nicole? Looks like it's coming around very nicely here. Oh,
You're in the driver's seat. You can say anything you want. You know, there's no comeback.
But it's a problem when we get out of the chair, though. That's the real problem.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. We made it, Nicole.
Looks good.
Looks really good, actually. I think you might have to come out the chair a little bit faster than you might have wanted to so that I make any.
I really wanted to get my teeth whitened, but I was kind of hesitant if it was going to hurt and if it was really worth the money.
Looks like Raymond's next.
Okay.
So how are you feeling? What? Your teeth still looks kind of yellow to me. Still yellow. You need like 5 more sessions of this.
This was definitely worth the money. Money well spent. Photo shoot idea, I thought would really, add more to the engagement photo. You know what I mean? I thought it was a great idea to have that photo shoot.
I'm excited. Okay, so these are some of the selections that I pulled for you. I'm really feeling this suit today. I think this will work very well on you.
All right.
Okay, based on the looks that I pulled for Nicole.
All right. I'm hoping this pays off here. We spent quite a bit of money, but at the same time, I definitely think it's worth it. So we got Claudio doing makeup. Nicole's got a hairstylist. We're going to wear a lot of great outfits here and make sure that, myself and Nicole get fully taken care of.
Wow. Look at you. I'm loving it.
Nice.
Come on, take a spin. Look at this sexy back.
Oh, the color.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Very vibrant. I don't know, you're looking like an island dream in there. Beautiful.
This is
That's
the one.
it.
This is the one. The rest? No, this is it.
Yeah,
this is
this is
definitely
it.
it.
Looks like it was money well spent because you both look picture perfect.
Give me some drum with that. Claudio? Claudio?
I had an idea for a perfect
I
shot.
almost had the shot. Fine, Claudio.
Thank
smile.
you.
Well, the engagement photo was nice. I thought at least that was another good thing that you did do.
She got a lot of compliments on that engagement photo. Had me in the background there, just kind of like, you know, there, and then, you know, it was all around the princess for the day. You know, it's always gonna be the princess, but I mean, for that day, it was just added luxury again to have a great photo there, illustrating how beautiful Nicole really is.
I agree.
We never really envisioned really a choir singing at the church, but Claudio was like, man, you know, he's really into music, and he made a suggestion that you guys are really big on when it comes down to choirs. Have you guys thought about maybe having a choir? Oh, here he comes now.
Finally.
At least he's coming in quickly now. That'll help for a few seconds of him running late. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well, it's good to see that you made it.
Wow, any later?
Great timing, great timing.
Thank you.
know?
Hi, sweetie. How are you? I'm so sorry. I really, really must apologize. Unfortunately,
He's 40 minutes late.
I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I'm here. Okay? The bad news is, unfortunately, I just got off the phone. One of our bands we were supposed to hear sing, one of the choirs, they've just up and bailed. I just got the message. The third piece of information is what we have inside is what we have inside. So that's what we're gonna go with. That's what we're gonna hear. They're absolutely fantastic. Not to worry. Everything should be great.
Since you're late, you can lead, Claudia.
Yeah, so how about this? I'll hold the door.
Oh, thank you.
So kind, so kind.
So we have a nice song for you.
Okay.
Written
All right.
especially,
Okay.
okay? You can get excited with
Just
it.
for us?
Written for you guys.
All right, all right.
So the song's called If Tomorrow Never Comes.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Tomorrow
song,
never comes.
If
All
Tomorrow
right.
Never Comes. 1, 2, 3.
Really good, actually. I can see why the
Fantastic.
competition didn't want to show up.
So, what'd you think?
They were really good, actually. But the only factor is the church ceremony time factor.
We're gonna have
So
to
we
do
might have to-
scheduling. Okay.
Raymond, what about working them into the hall?
Well, that's the only option. There's only two. It's either towards the end once we've already been declared, you know, married couple and we're walking out, then they could be singing, or it's like right
walking
at the
out. I
beginning.
think
or-
walking out would be
I like
nicer.
both options.
Or
The
at
only
the
thing
hall.
I'm afraid of is at the banquet hall, there's so much to set up, there's so much to do. Then we'd have to be worrying about transferring all the equipment to the banquet hall and then getting it out while all your guests are there and watching this happen.
Those are the only two options.
Those are the only
regardless,
two
yeah,
options.
only
So
two options.
I believe Nicole and Raymond like the choir. I was sitting beside Raymond and I can see that he was filled with the music, filled with the joy, and he was really into it. He was the first to jump out of his seat and really go strong with the music. It took Nicole a little coming around to. I did see her really happy. I'm sure she enjoyed it. There's nothing you can't enjoy.
Well, it looked like there was something Sandy didn't enjoy, like the way Claudio handled the situation.
Claude, were you reading her? She doesn't want it at all. I don't know what. Is she out here? I don't know what her problem is, but she doesn't want it.
Yes.
So I was offering an alternative. How about at the hall?
I understand that, and that's wonderful.
And you shot down the idea completely, so you were kind of insulting her.
I'm going with Raymond. Raymond wants it. Raymond is willing to go for it.
But
I
there's
wanna
two
see it.
people getting married.
Listen, Raymond
Two people.
is going to be deciding because
Okay, so
and
he
I'm
calls
gonna be
all the shots,
deciding.
just like you call all the
No,
shots.
exactly. I'm calling all the shots here. I want to see them perform at the end of the ceremony.
Whatever. Whatever you want, because it's all
It's
about
about
you.
me.
Yeah.
And I know the program, Sandy. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going home. You're walking.
Coming up,
I've got another surprise for you, though, Nicole. I don't know if you're ready for the surprise, though.
Don just kept on signing those checks, and I guess after 20 years of marriage, nothing has really changed.
She's right.
when it comes to spending money for just one day, it can make you feel like $1 million.
There's a millionaire rolling on the block right now, you know what I mean? Coming and seeing this thing.
Millionaire on a budget.
Yeah, that's right.
And at the end of the show, we'll let you in on whether Nicole and Raymond stayed within their allotted budget.
When we went shoe shopping for my bridesmaids, really it was for my bridal party to find the shoes for their dress. That was our main reason for going, but then I ultimately got a pair of shoes without Raymond really knowing. I'm gonna give you guys this watch, you're in charge of it, so try to find something that matches. But no silver, absolutely no silver. If I see silver, it's not gonna work. Okay, Michelle.
Yes. Cheryl. Hello, look. It might actually work.
And while the bridesmaids started their search, Nicole went on a search of her own.
Well, this is really cute. By any chance, do you have this in size 10?
Size 10?
Yes.
Sure, I can check here.
Yep, here will be fine. Actually, this is perfect. This will actually work well with my dress.
Nicole, I think we found something.
Okay, what's the decision?
It's coming down to
our own.
To the three.
These are the three we like, so you'll have to choose.
They're definitely cute for myself. Do you actually have this in size 10?
I think those are hot.
So would you be willing to wear one of the pair of shoes? Or you guys all want to choose a different style of shoes? So I take it you don't like Allison's choice.
They look good on her.
So you like those ones?
Yes.
So if you guys want to wear your own pair of shoes, then
you're okay with it?
then I'm okay with it.
I think these are fabulous.
I'm glad that you guys are happy, so now I'm gonna go get my own pair of shoes now.
Your own pair of shoes? What shoes?
I did find one that I really love though.
He's really gonna kill you if you get another pair of shoes.
Well, if I don't tell Ray, Ray won't know.
Yeah, but eventually he will find out.
Unless you guys tell him, he will. Okay, I'm gonna get them.
I don't know what to say.
Well, even if the shoe fits, you have to be sure you're able to walk in it.
Nicole, this is the infamous Miss Seaburn.
Hi.
Hi, Nicole. Welcome.
The reason why we're here today is because we found the most beautiful pair of shoes, and they're going to be perfect with the gown. Unfortunately, Nicole's having a little difficulty in finding her balance.
Yeah.
She's walking kind of awkward, and we got to get her graceful. And believe me, she's far from it right now.
We'll fix that, and by the time you leave, you'll be a pro at this. Show us how you're going to be walking in those, in those shoes.
Yes,
Come on
I
up.
need some help.
There you go. So the one thing what you want to do is not think about your feet at all.
Okay.
Okay? So just keep your head up and your shoulders back and think that you're in flats. So just show me how you naturally would walk in those shoes. So walk towards me. Now, we're not insured for this, so you gotta be careful.
Maybe we should see the pro in action.
Relax.
Relax.
Looking forward and comfortable.
Fabulous. I'm gonna hire you as a runway teacher.
I am a natural.
Claudio seems to have mastered the catwalk. Let's see if Nicole was paying attention.
Doing better, doing better, doing better.
This is the reason why I brought her to you. I can see a great improvement in her, and I think by the time the day's done, she is gonna be walking in those heels.
You can never have too many pairs of shoes.
100, 200, 300, 400. At
A
least
girl can
200.
dream to have that many pairs
You
of
got
shoes.
a lot of shoes. At least 100 and change.
I want to go up.
Claudio had some obvious concerns when it came down to the budget, but there were a lot of things I was unaware of. And then Claudio had said, "Hey, Ray, you better wake up, man. You're getting pretty high up there in spending." I was like, "Whoa."
I have a few concerns. Where is the money going?
What do you mean by where the money's going?
Well,
exactly. The venue, Nicole's shoes.
Are we spending the money where we should be spending the money?
You know what we can definitely cut is the bar.
We definitely not cutting the bar. I'm sure that is not the way.
No alcohol, that's a huge savings. Or Nicole's shoes. Or
Excuse me?
Nicole's shoes. If I go and show you her shoes, you're gonna be like, whoa, what's going on here?
Hold on,
No,
Nicole.
let me go get these shoes here. You gotta see what I'm talking about here.
I
This
have
is
no
ridiculous.
idea what he's talking
Well, I
about.
did talk to you about finding the right type of heel.
Exactly, and that's what I did. I found the right type of heel.
And how many types of heels did you purchase in finding the right type of heel?
Maybe 4.
Okay, look, this is exactly, whoa. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I can't even hold on to this. So many, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. For one day, this is four boxes of shoes. Does she really need to wear? Can she actually wear all those shoes? She can't. We can return like 3 of them. And then look, we've got money for the limousines. We've got a little bit more money for the bar. We can, people can have a great time. Look at that. All right, come on, man. You gotta look at these shoes.
Look how beautiful they are.
Those are nice.
Point.
Those are good.
4 pairs?
Very nice.
Come on now, man.
Raymond, you can't put a price on style, and this is definitely style.
That
so,
stuff, she doesn't need these shoes. These are going back here, too. This budget's gonna just keep on going like this. We're not cutting the vintage car. Oh, my goodness. This is craziness.
Shoes
is
is
craziness.
very important. How did my shoes come into
Well, that's money to get saved. There's a couple
back to the
hundred
bar or back to the car.
Oh, no, we're not cutting the vintage car. I mean, we got a nice Clyde, too.
Don't you think the money's going nowhere?
No, we have to. How are you gonna get around? We need transportation.
You can't even keep the car.
But it's for the day. It's like the other limousines. It's like your dress. It's for the day.
Raymond's only way to deflect this situation was a romantic dinner for two.
I'm so impressed. Am I going to look forward to any more of these meals?
Probably not. But you only get the chance to live once and enjoy each other's companies.
Crazy, don't you think?
You know, at least we had the money to pay for everything, and we won't owe anyone at the end of the night. We can walk away free.
Just as long as you don't spend any more money, then I'm okay.
Well, technically, it's been you and Claudio spending the money. So as long as you and Claudio are, pull up the reins a little bit on the, spending, we should be okay. So let's not talk too much about that. Let's just, enjoy this great meal here. I've got another surprise for you, though, Nicole. I don't know if you're ready for the other surprise, though.
What is it?
Close your eyes first.
I don't like surprises.
You like surprises. I think you're going to really enjoy the surprise. Here. Now, I think this thing here is going to really blow you away. Be very, very gentle, Nicole. Come on now. Get properly, hon. You got to open it up properly, hon.
A cake topper.
Beautiful cake topper, isn't it?
It will look like that.
It looks like you too, doesn't it?
To put this on the cake?
Yeah, hon, for sure.
I don't know if there's going to be any space on
There'll
this.
be lots of space. Look at this. Looks just like you.
Really, I don't look too bad, but...
You look good. You look beautiful.
You, on the other hand,
there,
I don't know, but we can't use this at all.
It looks beautiful, Nicole.
We can't use this at all.
Everyone's going to be so jealous when they see our own personalized cake topper.
The cake topper was ugly. Although Raymond did go out and spend that extra money that he really didn't need to spend on the cake topper, it was a nice gesture, but we will definitely not be using the cake topper. And how much did he spend on this?
But we're not talking about this because the price factor...
I thought you just said we're talking...
Yeah,
but you just
right
handed
now,
me about the budget. I don't think this will fit into our whole theme. No, I don't think this will work.
This is already paid for. Hold on. This is the rule here.
No, I make the rules.
Paper, rock, scissors.
No.
And if you win, I'll give you an idea on how much I spent.
No, I want to know how much.
If you lose now, we forget about how much this cost, and you don't buy any more shoes for as long as I know you. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
The dinner was definitely a nice surprise, and the cake topper
Beautiful.
was a surprise.
The cake
that's
topper
for sure.
Was really great.
Coming up.
You always have something to say, don't
Well,
you?
you know what? I'm looking
Always
up for you.
have
I
something
have
to say.
productive criticism.
He was sweating so much, and I was trying to figure out if it was because it was really, really hot, or was he that nervous? I knew that this was something that we had both wanted. But I thought, yeah, there he is. Who knew?
When putting together a wedding, sometimes it's the little things that can trip you up.
The budget's gonna just keep on going like this. We're not cutting the vintage car. Oh my goodness, this is craziness.
And at the end of the show, we'll reveal how much it costs for Nicole and Raymond to walk down the aisle.
I think the day of the rehearsal went well.
Can I just say something? Just to the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, I know today's not
And the bride and groom.
And the bride and groom. Remember, you guys look alive, focus. You are what everyone is staring at. So I can see conversations and twisting and checking around and dancing. Just remember, everyone is watching you guys and you girls. So look presentable. Attentive.
At the rehearsal, we ended up that was when we finally decided that we weren't going to go with the choir.
Well, Claudia was definitely disappointed. He thought that the choir would, I guess, add that special touch. But really what came down to it was the time factor, so we decided we shouldn't use a choir.
Are we doing the choir?
No.
No. Okay.
We'll get Junior to sing.
Okay.
That's fine.
When I found out the choir was not going to be used, I was actually quite shocked, but tried to maintain myself. I didn't want to let the bride and groom know that I was somewhat disappointed, not only for themselves, but also for the guests that are going to be here that day, just because I know everyone would have truly enjoyed listening to them.
Best to discuss how you really feel behind closed doors.
If I would have known prior to this evening that there was going to be no choir, I was gung-ho on the choir, telling the pastor that there's going to be a choir singing at the end of the recession.
Well, your powers of persuasion were non-existent tonight. You were horrible. You weren't on the ball at all. At all.
I'm sorry, you know what? I'm really not in the mood for this. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm congested, it's raining, my hair's getting soaked, overworked, underpaid, and tired.
Again.
You know what, Sandy? Can we just go? Just go. Let's just go, please.
What did you do? Because you drove the car, and now the frickin' thing won't turn. Well, the car won't start, and it's raining. You're gonna get out and fix it because I am not going outside.
There, the car's on.
You know what? I can't believe we're friends and we work together.
You know what?
Like, I've had enough
Careful,
of
are we fogging up? Do you even know what's going on?
you. You always have something to say, don't
Well,
you?
you know what? I'm looking
Always
out for you.
have
Yes, I
something
have
to say.
productive criticism.
Productive?
You know what? Just drive. Pay attention to the road, or do I need to... Your windshield, sweetie. Hi, how are you? I'm Claudio.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
I'm Raymond.
Nice to meet you.
We have an appointment to get him all ready.
Okay.
Nothing like a little grooming to get the big day started out right.
The day of the wedding it was long. However, it felt like everything felt like it was falling into place. I wasn't stressed out or anything. I pretty much allowed things to happen as it go along. I had my hair done first. Once that was done, then I got my makeup done. I was really impressed, and everybody was like, amazed of how well of a job that both the hairstylist and the makeup artist did.
Seems like Nicole had everything under control, but what about Raymond?
I was a little bit nervous, actually, because I felt like, I was going down that long path, going to that tunnel there of no return, the abyss, the black hole, into marriage. And it was like some of the guys were, oh, man, here goes another brother, man. We just lost another one, It's a wrap. He's finished. He's dead, even, At least we got to the church on time. That's for sure.
Today is the day.
Same. Only happens once, right?
Hopefully. You might get a second chance, you never know, right? Second chance.
Sweating already. Sweating already, yeah? I didn't even get to church, I'm sweating already here.
Really nice, really nice.
Gotta be tight. You came from Italy, my friend. I waited like 6 months for it. Better be.
My gosh, eh?
It better be
Look
tight.
at that. Puffy has nothing on it.
Meanwhile, Claudio and Sandy were getting creative.
Yeah,
Over here, and this one over there. Sorry.
I'm not lifting anything, and don't ask me to.
This is why I sweat.
Maybe you shouldn't be wearing tan, and you wouldn't be sweating.
I look good in all colors.
Of course you do.
I'm dripping.
Okay, so create an arch there. Bunch them together more, and they will arch. Start playing with it. Yeah, move it around.
Yeah, with my dust allergies.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm
Standing
gonna
over there, it looks fantastic, and I think you should do it in that corner, too.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in that corner, but I just want to match up the foliage
Yeah, you
of the
need to
trees.
get rid of that tree over there.
Yeah. Does that look like they're both coming in?
Well, you don't want to interfere with the serving stuff.
They can go around it.
They could go around it. They're carrying food, Claude.
I'm used to waiter. If they're out of the way. Thank
Claude,
you.
that one needs to be over a little. They're going to bump into it.
It's okay, Sandy.
While things were heating up for Claudio, Nicole was having trouble slipping on her favorite shoes.
Struggling with these shoes. Oh, so I can't see what's going on. It's okay.
Fabulous. Lovely. Out. Nicole, can you walk in those shoes?
Of course I can.
You look fabulous, Nicole, but what about your wedding planner?
I really like what they're doing over here.
Okay, and me too. And you know what? We're gonna have to leave them to do what they have to do.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here. We gotta get to church.
Church, yeah.
And
We'll come back.
We'll come back
And
and
we'll
whatever.
decide on this?
We'll decide later on.
Yeah.
But we're running late. We gotta go. But I have one major, final, important decision.
What?
Come with me. What tie am I gonna wear?
Oh, my God. Okay, this one is old and grandfather-like.
I've never worn it. I felt bad for it. It cost me a lot of money.
Put them up against you? Oh, definitely this one.
Okay.
Vintage, classic, goes with the decor of the hall. Really need to fix this.
We'll fix it in the car. Okay. And we're out of here.
Grab my stuff.
For me, we got down to the church very early, so I figured, you know what, that our church, they have people that bake cakes and sweet bread and whatnot, and I figured, there were some guests that had gotten there early as well, and so everybody was there. I wanted to make everybody feel comfortable, so I figured, let me go and buy a cake, get it cut up, you know what I mean, and distribute it amongst family, friends, and try to make sure everybody was comfortable and, you know, get a little snacked. You're not getting any more sweet bread, Jason. You're not getting no more sweet bread.
With the cakes devoured and everybody looking their best, the limo arrived and the show was about to begin.
I was a little bit nervous walking down the aisle, only because I was hoping that I could see at least one tear shed, but that didn't happen.
You're just totally taken back. You know, she looked radiant. You're just like, wow, you know, I mean, that's my wife, our soon-to-be. I, Raymond Keith Miller, do take you, Natalie Nicole, to be my lawful and wedded wife.
I, Natalie Nicole Farley, do take you, Raymond, to be my lawful wedded husband, as long as we both shall live.
Raymond, you may now kiss your wife.
Coming up.
This is not going on the cake. This is, can you feel how heavy this is? And in your experience with me, do you think that's not gonna come crushing down through that cake? I am not putting this on the cake.
Would I do it again, as in get married again? From this point, not likely. Would I have repeated that event? Yeah, for sure. It's an experience, but you only need to do it
So
once.
you wouldn't get married, but you just have a big party. Is that what you're saying?
No. Go to a party anytime.
When it comes to weddings, things can get a little heated.
Sweating already, you know what I mean? I didn't even get to church, I'm sweating already here.
Soon, we'll let you in on how much Nicole and Raymond spent to make their day picture perfect.
For the photography, you know, it was like money in the bank really once the, you know, the vintage cars photos. That was the highlight. I mean, you roll up and you see the vintage car there. It was really worth it.
Well, you know what they say. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and in this case, more than $1,000, unlike the cake topper.
I think it's broken. Claude, I'm in trouble. There's a bride.
What is this?
Hold on. Maybe if we take a closer look, he's there.
We are not this.
Claude, but Raymond wants this used. He gave it to you.
This is not going on the cake. This is, can you feel how heavy this is? And in your experience with me, do you think that's not gonna come crushing down through that cake? I am not putting this on the cake.
It is a little heavy.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Raymond, but you know what? You're gonna have to suck it up as well
Claude,
and deal
I have
with
to
it,
say, at
because
least
you
you
know
tried.
what?
At least you tried. We can tell him that you tried.
I have a perfect spot for it, right just beside the cake, and no one will have to know.
Well, that's one way to skirt an issue. With the cake topper out of the way, Claudio and Sandy were getting down to business.
We just want to do a, you know, a quality control.
Yes.
Little thing.
I'm having one too.
And one of these. And one of these.
Claude, they're not for you. You're such a pig. Oh, these are fantastic. Oh my God, there's more. And they're different. Well, what are these?
Sandy, we are working.
Cold hors d'oeuvres.
Cold hors d'oeuvres.
I'm gonna take one of these.
I thought we were working.
And one of these.
We've had 6 already, 6. I'll take one.
I was very impressed when I first walked into the hall, seeing how everything was put together with the decor, the centerpieces, how the hall looked. I thought it was fantastic.
The reception was a success, and it seemed like the bar was a hit, too.
It's early on in the evening, and people are consuming a lot at the bar. The guests are enjoying the booze, and I've just been told by Raymond he wants me to wrap up the bar and cut the booze. I think Raymond is worried about the budget and at the fact that we're going way over and people are actually consuming a lot of the alcohol, just as I expected. Okay, Louis, Raymond would like the bar to be shut down right now. I think they're concerned with the amount of consumption that is happening this evening. They were wanting to spend around $500 with the bar of consumption. Do you know what we're at right now?
I know they've gone over 500, probably around 750.
Okay, so what I need you to do is just cut that right now, okay?
Not a problem, we will.
Thank you very much, I apologize.
Not a problem.
The bar may have been shut down, but the guests still enjoyed all that the night had to offer.
It's been wonderful here. Can't ask for anything more. You know, we've got health, strength here. We're together now, doing a life together. It's wonderful.
Well, you can ask for the bill. Check, please.
The original budget that we handed to Claudio was $30,000.
The cake topper was really nice. I think it looked a lot like myself and Nicole. Well worth the $250.
Our cake, which was a 4-tier cake, which had the beautiful flowers in between each tier, came to $900.
The photo shoot was a great opportunity for, you know, myself and Nicole to get the chance to dress up, take some great photos together. The price in total, $1,600.
My dress, including the accessories and my shoes with the modeling class, which helped me walk perfectly in my shoes, came to $2,060.
The stretch SUV and the vintage car, well deserved, had a great time, really looked good. Total $2,400.
Our decor costs, including the centerpieces and the decoration of the hall, came to $2,600.
The teeth whitening really came out really well. Great for the photos, total $2,500.
Claudio, our wedding planner, did a fantastic job trying to put our wedding together. His cost came to $2,700.
Our venue, including the bar and our food, our total was $20,000.
Our miscellaneous costs, which include the wedding bands, DJ, and photographer, came to $15,434.
What we actually spent was $50,444, putting us over $20,444. Man, oh man.
And that's thanks to you with the Bentley and the teeth whitening.
That's unbelievable.
The couple is pleased, their love proclaimed, and their budget pillaged. The only question left is, did Raymond ever miss his cake topper?
I thought he looked very handsome, and I was glad that he was there for like moral support.
I didn't want to cry, but I did.
Yeah, you got
I can't believe I did.
He got teary-eyed.
I did. I got
Yeah.
teary-eyed.
That's gonna leave a mark.